Throughout history, the human imagination has been captivated by tales of inexplicable phenomena. Among these, few are as chilling and perplexing as spontaneous human combustion. This mysterious occurrence, where a human body seemingly ignites from within, has been the subject of debate, skepticism, and scientific inquiry for centuries. Spontaneous human combustion, often abbreviated as eerie, is defined as the alleged process by which a human body bursts into flames without an apparent external source of ignition. The phenomenon has been reported in various parts of the world, with cases dating back to the 17th century. These incidents share eerily similar characteristics: a body reduced to ashes, with only extremities like hands and feet remaining intact, and surprisingly little damage to the surrounding environment. One of the most famous cases of supposed spontaneous human combustion occurred in 1951 in St. Petersburg, Florida. Mary Reeser, a 67-year-old woman, was found reduced to ash in her apartment. The scene was bizarre. Her skull had shrunk to the size of a teacup, her spine was fused into a single column, and a nearby chair was only slightly scorched. The case baffled investigators and ignited public fascination with the concept of chassis. Another notable incident took place in 1986 in New York. George Mott, a 58-year-old firefighter, was discovered in his home as nothing more than a pile of ashes. The peculiar aspect of this case was that only his body had burned, leaving the rest of the room virtually untouched. These and other similar cases have fueled speculation and theories about the possibility of human bodies spontaneously bursting into flames. However, the scientific community remains skeptical of spontaneous human combustion. Many experts argue that there are more plausible explanations for these incidents. One theory suggests that the wick effect could be responsible. This hypothesis proposes that a small external flame, perhaps from a cigarette or candle, ignites a person's clothes. The body fat then acts as a fuel source, much like the wax in a candle, sustaining the fire for hours and resulting in near-complete combustion of the body. Another explanation points to the possibility of ketosis, a metabolic state where the body burns fat for energy instead of carbohydrates. Some researchers speculate that in extreme cases, this could lead to an accumulation of acetone in the body, which is highly flammable. However, this theory lacks substantial scientific evidence and is generally dismissed by medical professionals. Critics of spontaneous human combustion often highlight the fact that many reported cases involve elderly, overweight, or mobility-impaired individuals who were smokers or drinkers. These factors could increase the likelihood of accidental fires and explain why victims might be unable to escape or extinguish the flames. Despite the skepticism, proponents of SHC argue that conventional explanations fail to account for all aspects of these cases. They point to the extreme temperatures required to reduce a human body to ash, the localized nature of the burning, and the apparent lack of an ignition source as evidence that something more unusual is at play. In recent years, forensic scientists have attempted to recreate the conditions of supposed spontaneous human combustion in controlled experiments. These studies have shown that under specific circumstances, it is possible for a human body to burn in a manner consistent with SHC reports. However, these experiments still rely on an external ignition source and do not prove that a body can combust spontaneously. The debate surrounding spontaneous human combustion continues to this day. While scientific consensus leans towards more conventional explanations, the phenomenon remains a source of fascination for many. It serves as a reminder of the mysteries that still exist in our world and the human desire to explain the unexplainable. As we conclude our exploration of spontaneous human combustion, it's clear that this phenomenon sits at the intersection of science, mystery, and human curiosity. Whether it's a misunderstood natural process, a series of tragic accidents, or something truly inexplicable, chassis continues to ignite our imagination and fuel scientific inquiry. As technology advances and our understanding of the human body deepens, perhaps one day we will unravel the truth behind these baffling incidents of bodies burning from within.